Hey everyone, it's Annette. Today I'm taking you along on stop one of our train trip. We traveled from Chicago to Memphis on Amtrak train 5900, and this was just the first leg of the journey. After 2 days in Memphis, we'll be getting back on the train and heading to New Orleans. Since there were 3 of us, we decided to book 2 roomettes instead of a bedroom, and also because I couldn't get one that was available. And honestly, I'm glad we did. That gave us a little more flexibility with sleeping and with storing our things. We ended up keeping our luggage with us instead of leaving it in the main storage area, and that worked out perfect for this trip. So here's our roomette, and I have to say it was smaller than I expected. I knew it would be compact, but it felt even tighter in person. On the Florida Silver Meteor, we had a toilet and a sink in the room, and it felt like we had a little more room to move around. Now, we didn't use the toilet and the sink a lot, but it was available. Now, this one felt much more limited. It was only about a foot of space to the door, so yes, it was tight. But for one night, we made it work. That's probably the biggest thing I want to say about this roomette. It is small, very small. But if you go in with the right expectations, it could still work for a short trip. So here's the bedroom, which we didn't book, and this definitely gives you more space. I think 3 people could fit more comfortably in here during the day. Although once the beds are folded down, it would still feel a little cramped, but it is a noticeable step up. And having the shower and toilet in the room is a major plus, even though that's cramped too. So here's an overview of the observation car. So we saw it at night and in the daytime. And this is always one of my favorite parts of train travel. There's just something about being able to sit back, look outside, and really enjoy the ride. Train travel moves at a different pace. So here's my dinner, and let me just say the food was really good. I think it was meat, parmigiani, and a salad. A beverage also comes with your meal, so definitely get your beverage. And it ended up being one of the highlights of the ride for me. You know, sometimes you go in not expecting much, and then you're pleasantly surprised. That was definitely the case here. So back in the sleeper, it was time to settle in for the night. And this is where you really feel just how compact it is. Still, once everything was closed up for the night, it felt cozy enough to rest. So here's the bed set up. And one thing I did appreciate was being able to close everything off. That made the space feel a little more private and a little more settled for the night. Now, the next morning, we checked out the shower and the bathroom setup. Since this roomette didn't have the toilet and sink inside like the one we had before, everything here was communal. It was manageable, but it's definitely something to keep in mind if that matters to you. then before long, we arrived in Memphis. There's just something about arriving by train that feels different. It feels calmer, it feels more memorable, and it really makes the trip feel like part of the experience. We also stayed right at the station at the Curio by Hilton, which was incredibly convenient after getting off the train. Overall, this was a good trip. The Roomette was definitely smaller than I expected, especially compared to the Silver Meteor. But having two roomettes helped a lot. The food was good, the observation car was a highlight, and Memphis was a great first stop. And remember, this is only stop one. In 2 days, we'll be getting back on the train and heading to New Orleans. Thanks for coming along with me from Chicago to Memphis on train 5900, and I'll see you in the next one.